and I was talking to you guys about the different obstacles, and I was warning you about the year ahead. And then 2020, I didn't get a chance to come and speak to you ladies due to COVID. And this is like my third year here. So what I want to do is I want to go back to the first talk that I actually did. Bread and apples. I think it concludes everything that I've done, and it takes you back to understanding what it is that brings me here, what it is that I'm passionate about. So when I came here for the first time, I needed to create some sort of analogy so you guys can be able to understand what I was trying to lay across. So I use the digestive system as an example. So when you, in the morning, take an apple and you eat it, right? It's easy to eat, it's quick, and the way in which our bodies are built, the way in which God created them, things are supposed to go in and find their way out, right? And things like fruits generally work in that way. Within 4 hours, if you have consumed a fruit, it will come up. But then there's other things that we like doing, like, a bread is a combination of things. There's a little bit of water, there's a little bit of flour, there's a little bit of, so the bread is something else that if you eat it, it stays in your body for way longer. It could be months on end because it takes time for it to be digested by your system. So it can stay in there for a while. And this is how I view people. There's people in your life that are like apples. They are easy on you. Doesn't matter what it is you're going through, they are easy. They come through you and they give you compliments. Being with them is light. And then there's people that are like bread. People that continuously find fault in you. They will find it. It doesn't matter how you address, they will find one thing that is wrong. Your hair's not gelled, your shoes are not polished. And I want you guys to start exercising this in your own lives and checking where the bread is versus where the apples are. Because it's harder to take out negativity out of the system. Even when it's in the form of food, it is hard to get that out of it. So it's important then to surround yourself with people that are positive. Because one thing that I will show you about life is that it doesn't matter where in life you are, there is hardship. So at the times when hardship comes, because it will come. It will come in your marriage, it will come here at work, you will encounter it. What you do need though, you need those positive people around you to be able to remind you of yourself when you have forgotten. Because the problem with having people that are negative when you are going through things is that they further pull you down. Because negative people don't want to be the only ones that are that way. They are continuously trying to recruit more people to be able to view life in the same negative way in which they do. You know what I'm talking about. If I were to give you an apple right now, you'd be able to run to the gate and come back. But if I were to give you just 4 slices of bread, you might take your time. And that's how it is. That's how it is. Negative people in our lives take from us continuously. I don't care about the fact that you've known her since you guys were 15 years old. She no longer works for the life that you have now. The whole point of growing is so that we accumulate new information and also accumulate new people that understand who it is that we are right now. I came from a weekend, last weekend. I came from a weekend where I was invited by one of my new friends for a rest weekend. So it was me and 3 other women that I had never met. And this woman had curated a weekend where we got driven there. Each person got their own private situation so they could have moments to self. We had a woman that was there who was a chef so that we didn't have to cook. There were activities that were laid out for us, different forms of rest that we had to do. So all I did was just wake up and everything else was sorted.
Wow.
But I needed to get to a point where I looked at my life and I looked at what works and what doesn't work. We need to stop carrying baggage with us. And sometimes a baggage is in the form of family. Can I tell you something for free? When the person that that you have, there's blood relatives. We call them blood relatives because they share the same blood as you. But in order for someone to be family, they have to respect you. They have to be able to love you. And love is a doing word. So if a person's actions are continuously abusive, they've moved themselves from family to being a relative. You have every right to continue being kind to them, but you don't have to relate. We need to stop placing ourselves in abusive situations when we are labeled. Most people, some people are in really hectic situations where they are being pulled down by family. There's people that pull you down, there's people that want to push you up and get you to where you need to be. Those are your relatives. That's not family. You can be able to encounter family that does not have any blood relation. People that walk with you when you are walking through hardship, people that are there cheering you on when you are trying to reach your stars. It's important to be cheered on. It's important to be cheered on because when we venture into things, we're often not as confident, you know, as we ought to be. So you need your team. You need people that are going to say, we've been waiting for you to get here. We can't wait to see where you're going to be heading from here. Actually, I already like the view from where you're going to be. I can see myself making that view with you. You require more people like that. So I want you guys to be able to fully look at your lives. We cannot be continuing like the women before us that felt it was their right and responsibility to take care of everyone. You need to take care of yourself first and then concentrate on the people that see you, that respect you, that support you. That's who you're supposed to be focusing on and no one else. We need to stop making excuses for having toxic relationships. Oh no, she's family. No, she's not. Look at how she's treating you. Look at the behavior. Is this the behavior that you feel family should be able to be doing? You know? And you look at your friends and you ask yourself, do I feel safe here? Do I feel safe to share all that I need to share? Is this a safe space? And if there's any element of doubt, do yourself a favor and go try new friends. Try them. What's going to try new friends? I cannot stress this any more than I already do. There's things that happen in our lives, at work, in our homes. I want you to get rid of this belief that you are not in control. One of the greatest gifts that God has ever given us is the ability of choice. It's the greatest gift. Even in a hardship, in the worst potential situation, you have choice. You are never not out choice. If something bad happens to you, you can stay there. It's your choice. You can stay there, and every person that walks in the door, you can tell them about the torment that is your life and why you can't move from the spot. But you must remember that you've chosen to stay in that spot. No one said you should stay. Just because you got knocked in the road doesn't mean you should stay where you got knocked. Get up. This is your life. It's your life. If you've never had the opportunity to be loved, give yourself love. It is your life. No element of your happiness should come from an outside source. When was the last time you spent time with yourself? Because expecting me to love you when you don't love yourself is a lot to ask from me. When was the last time you spent time with your actual self? Spend time by yourself and realize what changes you need to make about you. I'm continuously working on myself. And I know I will work on myself until the day I die because I continuously change. I continuously place myself in situations where I meet new people, so I'm continuously learning. And sometimes I get hurt, but I still continue to do. Ladies, we need to be very conscious of our own power. We are not weak. God had never chosen us to be the ones that bring life into this world, even if we were weak. But I don't want us to use strength as a way in which we introduce ourselves. We need to learn to be soft with ourselves first, so we can be soft with others. We need to make it mandatory that we spend quality time with ourselves, because we've gone through really hectic things in life. We've learned to absorb pain and continue moving. We've been making decisions from hurtful places most of our adult lives. We've been making decisions as that girl who was told she was ugly when she was small. Every time you see yourself in the mirror, you're trying to fix the ugly you were told exists on your face. We need to spend more time with ourselves so we can learn to love ourselves better and get rid of all of the things that we were told. Because we've been fed bread throughout our lives. People have been telling us things. How are you dressed like that? But you're a mother. How are you? Why are you not married? What's wrong with you? There's been things we've been put in, we've been stereotyped. This is why it's important for you to have your own personal view of who you are. Because when you know who you are, no one can tell you.
Oh, yes.
Do I look like I need a compliment about how cute I look today? Do I look like I need a compliment from you?
Oh,
Thank you for your
yes.
compliments, but I already gave myself one. Yours is in addition to what I've already given myself. And it should be like that in all aspects of your life. In all aspects of your life. No doctor needs to know about your health better than you do. No one. No preacher should get between your relationship with God. No one. We need to start being active in our lives. Take full control of our lives. With all aspects of our lives. And I say this, and I keep on saying it, slightly in 2021, but 2022, we're going to have some sex conversations maybe. Because your pleasure is not outside of you. You need to start learning your body so that you're not victim to someone else coming through and doing with your body what they want. And you're not even sure if you like what they're doing, but it's been done. You need to start spending time with yourself. Do you even like what you look like when you don't have your clothes on? Because you need to start prancing in the mirror and looking at what God gave you before you put clothes on for the world, guys. Before you have to cover up all of this. I spend more time without clothes at home because I am so grateful for what God did. He must have taken his time though. And this is a relationship I want you to have with yourself. No one else is as round as you. And even with personality, nobody has exactly what it is that you have. Yes, you might also have a sense of humor, but not your type of sense of humor. We need to have better relationships with ourselves. Because when you have a good relationship with yourself, you start checking everyone at the door. But I treat myself nice, so why would Sharon come to my house and think she can speak to me some type of way? No, Sharon, not today. Same thing when Tabo comes in and the Tabo tries to act some kind of foolish way, but I'm happy. I made myself happy, I took myself. So why am I taking your number? You're doing all of these things, you're allowing all of these people to push you down and feed you bread because you don't know yourself. You are relying on strangers and you are relying on people that feel they've known you all of your life, but you've changed. So what I ask as we start the new year is that let's do our own personal review. I'm not going to come into your life and tell you who's who. You need to look into your own life and say, I want to get there. How do I get to be a much more free woman, a much more warmer, relaxed? How do I get there? How do I get there? Okay? I want to get there. So who's standing in my way? Who continuously, when I say I want to apply for something, and they say, are you sure you're going to get it? Who are those people? Who is it that I don't want to share, my nice news with immediately because I'm scared that they might have a problem, that person has to go. That person has to go. I don't care if you guys share a mother, that person has to go. I don't care if you guys were sitting next to each other in primary school, that person has to go. You can't have anyone saying that what God created is faulty. If your relationship with God is real and strong, you can't have anyone. You can't have anyone saying that what He created is not enough. You will not take that kind of behavior from anyone. So as we venture into the new year, ladies, I want you to consciously take note of what you're actually eating. Because we need to take care of our bodies. I want you to take note of who you have around you. Because that's also very important. But most importantly, the one thing I really want you to do is have a better relationship with yourself. Take yourself out on dates by yourself. You need to learn to be comfortable in your own company. So that you know what it is that you are putting other people through. And if you can't stand to be by yourself, who should? And if you don't like what you see, change it. This is your life. You can change the script at any time. You can fire, you can hire today anyone you want to. It's your life, your goals. And to end this off, and I mentioned it in the last time that let's let no one disrespect us. Not our children. And when I say this, I don't mean in a reprimand them kind of way. I mean, they need to know that they hurt your feelings. You need to sit them down and make them understand that you are not a rock, that you are a human being. And the actions that they displayed actually make you feel small. We need to raise children that are emotionally intelligent. They can't be that way if we are not working on ourselves. If we are not saying it's enough now, I won't be hurt like this past this point. It is our responsibility to teach our children, not in the things that we say, but in how we walk. And I say this with full confidence, because you guys know that I don't have parents. But I walk with confidence because I continuously am reminded of how it is that they were, not what it is that they said. How it is that they were. It is easier to walk in a place that I've seen, walked on. So let us be conscious of ourselves. Let us be obsessed with ourselves. I wish you all of the very best for the new year. I have no idea what is ahead of us, but I do know God hasn't failed us yet. You know, and in everything that we do, I want us to walk in full faith because we are fully deserving of all that is good. We are all